as hell from my...
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set. HE Gator.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 3, check 2.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Get the ball.
He's ready.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, 64 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down, Cook. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone,
the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. Now it's Henry. And some room to roam now. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Titans.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 39-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
On the ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Topper!
Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Hey, box truck.
Here's Tannehill. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And that is going to be incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He finds his man Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Cousins now to throw on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air again, it's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. For Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D.
Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
Good route here.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Let's go, baby.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. From the red zone now, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Let's go, baby. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my side.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Cousins now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Cousins on first down. It's complete to Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 26 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Again, it's Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. A first down carry for Henry. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle.
30 base. X3. 218. Chop. Snap.
On 2nd and 9. Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
54. Right, 54. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check. Check. Hot, hot.
They'll run with Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
80 weapon.
Alert 3. Alert 3.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Ready.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. And Walker has it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Two-jet bomber.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. So second and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield.
General West. Hey, wahoo.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. This is Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. On 4th down, Tannehill. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. First down, here's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
I'm scared.
Throwing is Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 46 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 31-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll throw again. Cousins. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Cousins. The quick slant caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it again with Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So
over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Let's go, let's go.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
One last throw here for Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the final seconds have Minnesota victory.